I never believed the stories about the Black Hollow Woods. I grew up hearing whispers, campers vanishing, hunters finding trails that didn't exist the next morning, or hearing voices echoing their own words back to them. But I always thought it was just folklore, a way to keep kids from wandering too deep into the trees. That was before the night I went searching for my brother, and before I realized the woods were alive in ways none of us could understand. It started 3 nights after my brother Adam went missing. He'd gone camping with 2 friends from his construction crew. They'd picked a secluded clearing about 5 miles off the old logging road. No signal, no trails, just raw wilderness. The kind of place Adam loved. He used to say it felt untouched, but when the others came back, Adam didn't. They told police he'd gone off to collect firewood at dusk and never returned. Search teams scoured the area for 3 days before calling it off. Just another missing person swallowed by the endless green. I couldn't accept that. Adam wasn't reckless. If something had happened, I had to find out what. So I went out there myself. The rain started halfway up the old logging road, a slow, misty drizzle that turned the dirt into soft clay. My headlights caught a faded wooden sign leaning in the mud. Black Hollow Preserve. Closed. I parked and grabbed my pack. I'd marked the coordinates from Adam's last GPS ping, but even looking at the map, something felt off. The trails didn't match what the search team had reported. The lines curved differently, subtle but wrong, like someone had redrawn the forest from memory. I ignored it and started walking. The deeper I went, the more the world closed in. The rain hissed through the leaves, a steady whisper that swallowed every step. The smell of wet earth clung to my clothes, and the deeper I went, the darker it became, even though it was only late afternoon. That was when I found the first sign of them. A charred fire pit, barely recognizable, surrounded by 3 folding chairs, 2 collapsed, 1 still upright. Next to it, a melted flashlight and an unopened beer can half buried in mud. But what froze me was the tarp. Someone had hung it between 2 trees, using Adam's paracord. His initials were carved into the handle of the knife that pinned one corner down. I called out his name. The sound barely carried. Just the rain. Just the soft hum of water dripping off the tarp. By nightfall, I set up my tent right beside the old campsite. I should have gone back, but it felt like leaving him behind again. I told myself I'd search in the morning when the rain stopped. I don't know what woke me. Maybe it was the wind, or the quiet, because the rain had stopped completely. I sat up, listening. My tent walls glistened faintly with moisture. Everything was still. Then I heard it. A single crunch, like someone stepping on wet leaves. Then another. Closer, I whispered Adam's name. Nothing. I unzipped the tent slowly and aimed my flashlight into the dark. The beam hit the trees, and something ducked behind one of them. A figure, pale and fast, almost human, but not quite. My chest locked up. I told myself it was a deer, maybe even a trick of the light. Then came the whistle. It wasn't a tune, just a low, broken sound, like someone forcing air through cracked lips. And I recognized it instantly. Adam used to whistle like that when we were kids. A habit. Only this one wasn't right. It was slower, off-key, like someone trying to remember how he did it. I stayed awake till dawn, listening to that whistle echo around the clearing. It would stop for minutes at a time, then start again from somewhere else. Behind me. Then deeper in the woods. Then close. Too close. When daylight finally broke through, I found prints outside the tent, bare feet smeared by rain, leading into the trees. I followed them. They wound through the forest for maybe half a mile before stopping at a ravine. Down below, the water churned brown and fast, but on the opposite bank, I saw it, a tent, torn open, and hanging from a tree branch, a bundle of clothes, muddy jeans, a plaid jacket, and Adam's watch still strapped to a limp wrist. My mind blanked. I scrambled down the slope, nearly slipping in the mud. But when I reached the bottom, I saw it wasn't a body, just the clothes. Arranged like someone had placed them there, like a scarecrow missing its stuffing. The ground was disturbed, mud churned, branches broken, but no tracks leading away. Nothing. Then, behind me, I heard it again, that whistle, this time closer, right behind my ear. I spun around, and for a second, just a second, I saw him. Adam. He stood half hidden behind a tree, soaked, pale, shivering. His eyes were open too wide, his lips trembling like he was trying to speak. But when I called to him, he ran, straight into the trees. Follow for part 2.